Baba. Here. Baba. Stay.
I think Sweetie was appropriately named. She was very tolerant of Ronan when Ronan was a puppy, and she did keep order in the park as well as Zenny.
I have known Sweetie since probably the first time I came to this park, and he was an incredible dog. And he never really was jealous of Jackson stealing his toys, which I thought was a remarkable quality for a dog.
I just remember Sweetie sunbathing every time I would come up here in the warm sun.
Everybody loved Sweetie, loved to give him treats.
Sweetie used to get along with everybody.
Sweetie was the luckiest dog because Zenny spent more time up here with Sweetie than any of us do with our dogs.
Right.
When Zenny and Sweetie were here on a regular basis, they kept an eye on the park. Sweetie kept the dogs in line, and Zenny kept the people in line.
I remember Sweetie as lying around on the park, kind of the king of the park, and just loving to be here with Vinny. And just, he didn't put up with any guff from any other dog, and it was just his park.
There was one time I was up here and Buffy and I think it was Heidi got into a major fight. And they were just going at it. And Diana's yelling at Buffy and trying to figure out how to get to Buffy and, pick her up, but, all this snarling going on. And Jane's yelling at Heidi, if it was Heidi. And, I think I was yelling and nothing was going on. And Sweetie literally walked in and kind of pulled himself up to his big height and just like that. And they stopped and they separated and then they sort of started to come together again, and he literally put himself in between the two of them. And it was so cute. I mean, he controlled the park. He was like the cop, and he was like, no fighting while I'm here, knock it off, kids. And they did. And he will always, in my mind and in my heart, he's sort of the policeman, the cop of the park.
Well, the thing I remember most about Sweetie is he would lie around here, but whenever a man would come up, he would run up to him with his Kong, and he would want the guy to pull the Kong away from him, which was impossible. And pretty soon there's the guy holding the Kong, and Sweetie's up in the air, hanging on to that Kong. So it was like impossible. He was so tenacious. But that was how he had his fun.
Give me that, Sweetie.
I told you that, Chris.
Give me that, Sweetie. You're a nut. You are a nut.
Sweetie. He was definitely sweet, and he had a massively iron grip when he had that Kong. There was no getting it. And he was very sweet, really gentle, relaxed, laid-back dog.
Sweetie was a great dog. Kind of like a mentor for Buddy. I mean, he kind of taught him the ropes when he was a puppy, and kind of taught him how to play and what to do and what not to do, and they kind of became best friends, over the 4 years that they were together. Zenny would always pay any kid $1 if they can get the Kong away from Sweetie.
Jeez, he's tired.
Sweetie's name is really Sweet Ting. In the West Indies, they don't pronounce an H, so it's Sweet Ting. But we call him Sweetie. He was found next to a dumpster in St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands when he was a month old and was rescued by 2 women with 2 dogs apiece. I took him sight unseen after being begged for months. He was the sweetest dog I ever met in my whole life at 4 months old, so I called him Sweet Thing. I lived on a private island, 80 acres, little St. James, and he used to chase deer, had complete freedom, and would swim a mile channel chasing deer. Now we're in San Francisco, and he's just a regular mellow old man. He's 10 and a half, and he loves to play. He loves to play tug of war, and he's just a well-mannered guy. Easygoing. You can walk him without a leash. He always turns around and looks to see where you are. And he's a happy guy. And he just kind of surveys his surroundings and just hangs.
They had the belongings,
Wow. I mean, I just didn't know what was going on. Coming up in
find out if Rio went home. I guess he did.
Oh, God, what do you think?
Just make sure. And they got it under control pretty
I'm going to go over and talk to
He's doing a
her.
dog.
He does dog
You told
training.
her.
Friend, oh, really?
In the car, though.
Jane wants to know where he's at.
She went.
Sweetie.
He's fascinated about Sweetie.
Well, Sweetie is a very nice dog.
Dude can barely walk.
Still.
No, I shouldn't Gleeman or I when she talks about him.
But I don't.
Because she was here all by herself one day. And you were in the car and I came out and sat right next to her and started.
I got it.
Oh,
Well, that's
nice.
Both
How do the
arms.
old men like her?
Alice, will you throw it?
Like,
I need to put it on my shoes.
It's like Bud, he's asked her twice.
It doesn't matter.
Oh!
And she says at the farmer's market that she's sold a man who's about 60. He makes passes.
You're going to flop, aren't you? Boy, he likes you. The old men like her.
Okay. So hard. He's so strong.
Are you so strong? Are you my strong boy? Bye, Jocelyn.
Bye-bye.
Are you so strong? Are you my Superman, huh? He's a contented man.
Hey, Toby. You sitting down too? How you doing, sweetie? Good dog.
He's unsure. He thinks you're going to steal it.
So close to his mouth. I can't believe I cannot get it.
He had this way about him. This woman who was complete quadriplegic. He went straight up to her and just made friends, and it was the nicest thing because he was able to draw that out of people.